Hello, everyone. First of all, I welcome you all to this section where we will be providing you functional training on Odoo 15 Open HRMS modules. So, I hope that my voice is audible to everyone. So, let me give you a quick intro about myself. Myself, Pooja, functional consultant at Cybrosis Technology. So, the main agenda for today's training is to provide the functional training on Odoo 15 Open HRMS modules to the end users as well as the public users in Odoo. And this training would be based on, as mentioned, Odoo 15 Open HRMS modules. About Cybrosis, if I'm saying that Cybrosis is one of the leading Odoo partners which are having more than a decade of experience in Odoo, both in community as well as in enterprise edition. And we have showcased many successful projects in Odoo that do in all the major business domains. So basically in this section, we will be discussing about the benefits of using our Open HRMS. So basically, Open HRMS is an open source HR management software which envisions in building a happier workspace. So Open HRMS take care of all your HR process while taking care of your employee likewise. So Open HRMS we can say is an excellent solution to enhance the employee participation at all possible levels and also manages the task, and we can say that it also helps in improving the productivity of the workspace. So here I have listed out the few functionalities or the features that is included in OpenHRMS. Like as mentioned, we have interactive HR metrics dashboard, then centralized database to manage everything in a single fingertip. Then we also have a painless payroll processing with OpenHRMS. Similarly, it is also enabled with employee transferring options, then have a better benefits for employing and the organizations. Then also have HR reports that can help you to stay on top. Similarly, we can say with this Open HRMS, it provides you a multi-approach gateway, facilitating tool and asset in real time, effortless disciplinary tracking and all. With this, it is possible in case of Open HRMS. So these are some of the functionality that I have already listed out with Open HRMS. Like we have a quality employee outlining fit all resignation needs and all. Now let's have a look into its detailed functionalities one by one. So I hope you can see my screen. So this is the modules, or we can say the modules I have already installed that includes in our Open HRMS. So we will discuss one by one. So the first one would be the dashboard module. So here you can see this one is the dashboard module. So with Open HRMS, we can say like Open HRMS dashboard function as an advanced analytic tool that displays important HR metric, like using different interactive data visualization, as you can see over here. So here this Open HRMS dashboard encompasses means all vital details of the organization, means in a single site or inside to informations like the pay slips generated, then the timesheet, as well as the contract, broad factor, then check-in, check-out in a single click, as well as it also concern about, like here you can see employee leave request analysis can be made. Like Open HRMS dashboard, it provides you an overview about the leave request that is sent by employees to the HR managers. And you can also see different allocations, leave allocation request also, as well as the total job applications. So with this OpenHRMS dashboard, these are the some of the informations that you can see. And another feature of this OpenHRMS dashboard is that the detailed leave analysis. So for the entire organization wise also, you can see a detailed leave analysis over here. So here you can see the higher authorities or the HR manager can easily understand uh, the total number of leaves taken in different month, like in bar as well as this pie chart, based upon the different department that you are having in your company. So you have means a monthly leave analysis as well as a monthly joining and resign analysis also. Similarly, the iteration rate also you can see. And also you can also see here that besides here, the login users details are also entitled over here, such as the gender, date of birth, the joining date, nationalities, as well as the mobile. And also here you can see when you scroll down, the person or the user can also have an overview regarding the upcoming birthdays of the employees or any events or any announcement that is being made. And the user itself can also have analysis of his leave. So we can see that is from the dashboard of the OpenHRMS module. It will give you a quick overview about all the vital informations that you are having within this. So this is all about the OpenHRMS dashboard module of Odoo, OpenHRMS. Now, the next module that we are having with our OpenHRMS is the announcement module. So here, as the name specifies, this OpenHRMS announcement module, it's not a standard Odoo module. It is an OpenHRMS module. So in this module, you can see this OpenHRMS module is generally used to make announcement of an activities like upcoming celebration of days or special events. For that, you can make use of this particular module called as OpenHRMS announcement module. For example, in certain case, we can say in emergency of meeting or such important occasion, it is very difficult to inform you to all employees of the companies at a time. But by using this, we can solve this. So when you open this announcement module, here you can see you will have an option to mention whether it is a general announcement or not, or you will also have an options to mention the title. Then also you are having a start date and end date to mention the time. So here generally you can mention the title for the announcement that you are making. And similarly, you are having different announcement type. That is whether it is by employee, by department wise if you want to make an announcement, or by a particular job position. So the mentioned announcement type will also be affected over here. Then if you want to have or provide any kind of attachment also, that can also be provided over here. Then similarly, you can see once you make an announcement, you are having an option either to send it for an approval to the HR manager. So you can send an approval for the HR management. So when you do click on this option, it will move to the state called as waiting for approved. And once it is approved, it will move into the state called as approved state. And when the date ends, like when the end date covers, it moves into the state called as the expiry state. So as mentioned, like OpenHRMS module is used to make announcement of activities like upcoming celebration of day or special occasions. So using this module, you can do that. Now, the next module that we are having is this recruitment module. So this recruitment module is Odoo standard or the default module. So in recruitment module, it is as mentioned, that is, it is the Odoo standard module itself. So in recruitment module, as using recruitment module, what you can do is that, as the name implies, that recruitment, for the recruitment process for getting new job applications from the from the applicant, you can use the recruitment module. In recruitment module, as I mentioned, that you will have an options to create the job positions from here. You can create the job positions and all, and you can publish in Odoo's website. Like in the website, you can publish that. So Odoo also have a website module. So any of the applicant who apply to the website, you can see the application would be coming as shown, like here. One of the few example, like one applicant is already there or 4 applicants. So when you click on that, it will take you to the stages. So these stages generally we can say can be the stages of your companies also, like different interview process. In some companies there would be like initial stage, then the technical round, like that. So likewise you can also create them and move the candidates to different stages. And now when you find that this particular applicant is okay for your particular job position, you can create them from here as an employee. You can convert that applicant into employee from here itself. So that's the recruitment module. So this recruitment module is that the same one that we are having in our standard Odoo also. And similarly, this discuss module is also the same thing that we are having in standard Odoo. And all about the timesheet also. This one is also the same thing that we are having in standard Odoo, that where you can manage the timesheets of the employee, where you can mention the particular date and the project the employee is working on and which task he is working on that particular project, and can provide a kind of description that what he have done to that project, and a total time spent can also be mentioned. So that's the timesheet module. Then in case of Open HRMS, if we are looking, in case of attendance module, in attendance module, the Open HRMS has bring up on some additional functionalities like this attendance regularization. So this attendance regularization functionality or feature was not there in standard Odoo. Like in default Odoo, we don't have this attendance regularization functionality. This attendance regularization is an Open HRMS functionality. So basically here you can see this attendance regularization you will have for regularization approval and attendance regularization. So this attendance regularization module is generally an application that is for handling the attendance of the employee that who have gone for on-site job or for any company purpose. So the employee can send the request and the responsible person will receive the request, and either they can approve or reject the request. So here you can see you will have an options to mention like regularization category you are having. So basically in configuration also you are having an option to create different regularization category. So like that you can create one category, and when you go for attendance regularization option, you can create, you can mention to which category belongs, can mention the reasons, can also specify the employee, like the employee can request for that. Then here you also have a from date and to date. So as mentioned, like when an employee who is going for on-site job or for any company purpose, they can use this particular functionality. So the responsible person will receive this particular request, and if he find okay, he can approve that, will move to the approve state, or other you also have an options to reject that also. Once you submit this option, you will here get 2 buttons like approve as well as reject. So he can also reject them. So suppose if the concerned person approve the request, so the attendance to that corresponding date will be added to the registry. So that is the purpose of using this regularization request. So this regularization request, or we can say this attendance regularization feature, we was not having in our standard Odoo. This one is only the feature that is available in OpenHRMS. So that's how this attendance regularization works in case of Odoo, where you can create request and you can send to the concerned person HR, and that corresponding attendance to that date will be added to your registry. And the another feature of OpenHRMS that is being brought up, that is brought up in OpenHRMS, like in attendance module, is another biometric manager. So this biometric device integration is another feature of OpenHRMS that is brought up in the attendance module. So with this module, we can say the HR attendance can means, you can see here we have created this biometric manage. So once you install the biometric device integration module, so this would be installed, and you can see when I use the options to create, here I will have the option like machine IP, port number and work address and all, and I will have an options to download the data. So basically using this biometric manager, I can download the data. I mean, can man or download the attendance for that particular entire day. So with this module of HR attendance means can automate by integrating thumb or face detection with Odoo, and we can configure a user both for my thumbing device or Odoo employee form and all. We can manage that. So this is another feature of biometric manager, like device configuration is also there, and we will also get an attendance log also. So in attendance log, basically you will get an attendance analysis, or here you can see you will have the fields like date, employee, punching type, category, punching time, as well as the work address. So based upon the device configured as well as the value or the data entered using this device manager, here you will get the attendance of the employees in the attendance log. You also, as mentioned, like here you will also have an options to download the attendance of the employee for the particular day. So that is the another feature, like the biometric device integration that is brought up for by OpenHRMS in attendance module. So in attendance module, we have this attendance regularization as well as the biometric device manager or integration as a new feature that we are not having in our default Odoo. These two are OpenHRMS functionality that is added in the attendance module. Now, the next module that we can look upon is regarding the reminder module. So here, this reminder module, as mentioned, like it is also OpenHRMS module. This reminder one we are not having in our default Odoo. So this reminder module is also an OpenHRMS module. So this OpenHRMS reminder module will help you to memorize all the necessary as well as the important dates in an HR domain. So generally, what we can do is that we can set reminders for any area of HR management, such as recruitment, leave, insurance, and all we can do. Like here, you can mention the name for the reminder. Here you will have the different models, like as I have mentioned, like different areas of HR management, like recruitment you can do, leave, appraisal, department, employee, and few more are there also. So to set a reminder, we have to choose the HR domain. This domain, what I mean, is from the model. So here you can see you will also have an options to search by also. So search by can be mentioned, company details, and here you can also mention the particular field. I mean, when you are setting a reminder for a particular model that is over here, and if you want to also specify certain field in that model, You can also mention that also. Then you can also set reminder before. So here this field will to get notification before the number of days that you are setting over here. And similarly, you will also have a reminder expiry date also. So this field is set, the reminder expiry date. Otherwise, here you can see, here you can set up the date also. Otherwise, it will expire once the end date or the set date is over. So for setting out the reminder, you will also have certain other options like this. So with OpenHRMS reminder module, we can memorize all the necessary as well as the important details that need to be pointed out using this module. So when you create certain reminder, here you can see a pop-up. So the corresponding reminder on that particular date, it will look on, and if it has any kind of notification, it would be provided over here. Here you can see a reminder icon. So that would be specifyingly showing over here. If any kind of notification or message or important thing need to be specified. Then you are having a calendar module. So this calendar module is also a default Odoo module that we are already having in case of Odoo. Now the next one is the transfer module. So this transfer module is an OpenHRMS functionality. This one we are not having in our default Odoo. So basically the purpose of having this module, like in a company, means transferring employee between company is a basic thing in an organization. So as mentioned, like Odoo lacks a provision for employee transfer. So this module gives a base structure of employee transfer, and it makes sure, so before using this functionality, you have to make sure that the multi-company option is enabled in your settings of the Odoo. So here you can see that here you can have the option to mention the employee name, the date, and also if you have enabled the multi-company option also, here you will also get the options to mention the company, to which company you are transferring this person. You will also have an option if you have enabled the multi-company option. So I think I have not enabled that. That's why the company option is not coming. So you will have the options like employee, and as mentioned before, using this functionality like OpenHRMS transfer module, you have to make sure that multi-company is enabled. And once you enable that, here you will have an option to select the company for the particular employee to which company you are, wishing to transfer that person. So after the transfer of the employee, the transferred batch should receive the employee, and once it is received, this particular thing would be moved into done state. So for managing the transfers of the employee, like from one company to another company, we uses the functionality of this thing, that is the OpenHRMS transfer module. And as mentioned, this functionality we are not having in our standard Odoo. Now, the next module is the appraisal module. Okay, so appraisal module. So this OpenHRMS, with OpenHRMS appraisal module, it can implement, we can say with this, we can implement certain appraisal strategies in order to keep your employee motivated and to just level up the performance of the employee, or to just calculate the performance level as well as the efficiency of the employee. So here you can see you will have the options to create an appraisal request where you can mention the employee name and all. Then you will also have an options to mention the appraisal deadline also. So basically we can say, like with this appraisal module, the employee itself can evaluate like their colleagues, and they can also do a self appraisal also. That one is also possible. So the manager or superior can also evaluate as well as schedule certain interviews for each employees in order to ensure a transparent result. So like that, like suppose an HR manager can also, as mentioned, can schedule an appraisal or a meeting for a particular employee, can mention the deadline also, and can mention, like if you select this manager, here you are having different options like manager, employees and colleagues and all. If you select here, you can see correspondingly you will have an option to also select who would be the appraisal reviewer, and also you can attach the appraisal form also. So based upon the form, the appraisal reviewer can view the form. So I mean appraisal not only like to means mentioning or looking out the performance level. Besides that, if you want to have means appreciation and feedback also, like for giving an instant appreciation to an employee, or to get an insightful feedback directly from the employee through surveys and all. For that also you can see in appraisal form, you can mention like feedback form you can create, and you can add that to the employee. So you can create this appraisal form, and you can send appraisal as well as send this form to the corresponding person. So when you click this option, it will go to the send mail, and a corresponding mail would be sent to this particular employee. And once the mail is received and the form is filled, suppose if we use the provide a feedback form, and suppose this form is filled by the employee, it moves into the done state. So here you can have the options like to create an appraisal for the employee. And as mentioned, that employee can also request for an appraisal, that is from the employee module, from the employee form itself. So this is regarding, also have an answer state where you can see the participation, like the feedback form, send it to who all, and also you can see the status. Like this is like the surveys, like I have sent this feedback form to my so and so employees, and what about the status, whether it is completed or not, and all these are about those things. So you can also means have a survey or like a quick overview, like those forms are filled and their current status and all. So for that we are having a appraisal module. So this is the few features of the appraisal module in OpenHRMS. Now, the next functionality that we are having with this OpenHRMS is the overtime request. So this overtime request is also an OpenHRMS functionality. We were not having, or we don't have this in default Odoo. So basically, we can say that this module is useful like to create overtime request based on days and hours we can create. And these overtime could be utilized as a leave allocation, or we can say as a cash payment. So I will show you that. From here you can create overtime request. So before creating overtime request, here we are also having an option called as overtime type. So here you can see you can create different overtime types where you can mention the name of the type that you are creating, and similarly you can mention the type, that whether cash or leave. So this is like you can utilize that particular, means mentioning whether you want to utilize that particular overtime as a cash or a leave, and also have a duration like hour or day. So likewise you can create your own overtime types. Now here you can see we will have an options to create an overtime request. So from here you can create an overtime request. So here you can see you are having an options to mention the employee. Here you can mention the employee name. So basically an employee can request for an overtime. Then if you mention the corresponding department as well as the job would be specified as per mentioned in the employee form. Then you also have an options to select the duration time, that is based on hours or day basis. You can select that. Then you also have an option like from which date to from which date, you can select that also. And based upon that, here based upon the date from as well as day to, the hours would be calculated if the duration type is set as hour, and if it is set as date basis, correspondingly date basis it will compute that. So based upon the duration type, here the computation is done. And similarly, you can also see, you will have like, you also have a work description. So in this work description, you can generally mention like the overtime, means what all sorry. In work description, you can mention the work describing for the purpose of the overtime request. Similarly, here corresponding to the overtime request, that the as well as the attendance of the employee, it would be displaying here. Like the employee name would be coming and his check-in and check-out, and how much extra work, extra hours he have worked, that would be also showcased over here. Then also have then options that for that employee, we can also means able to see the schedule, work schedule of that employee that is assigned to him. Also, you will have an option to view the global leaves. So this global leaves is something that we are assigning to our employees. So if that person have certain global leaves, that would be also listed out here. So this global leave is nothing but the public holidays that the company is providing, we can say, to an employee. So if you have any kind of public holidays or public leaves like global leave, it would be mentioned over here. So you can provide all the necessary details here. And similarly, you can see here you will have an option to attach a file, from where you can upload a file. And as mentioned, you can also mention the type like cash basis or leave basis. So you can mention that also, and you can submit it to the manager. Here you can see you will have an option to submit it to finance. So because if you are using the cash type, if you want to redeem that overtime that you have done as a cash, you have to submit the request to the finance. So you will have an option to submit it to the finance. So once the financier look upon to the request and if he finds okay, he will approve that. So we can say like this overtime functionality is really very benefiting, because this one we are not having in case of our default Odoo. So this OpenHRMS overtime request is really very helpful module that can be worked on. Now let's look on to the next module. So the next module that we have with us is regarding the shift module. So as the name, from the name itself, we can understand like in order to manage the shift, like the shift working time. So you can manage the shift of the employees from this particular module. So here you can see you will also have a configuration, and you also have an option to generate a schedule. So in generating the schedule, you will see like you are having an option like the department you have, then you can mention the department. Like here you can select to which department you want to provide or you want to give them a certain shift. You can mention that over here. So here you can mention start date and end date, and you can generate an employee shift. Other than that, here also you can see you will have an options to create a shift working time. Like here you can provide a name. I will show you. Okay, suppose this is an already defined one. So here what you can do is that you can easily create, manage and track the employee shift, that is schedule. So here you will have the options to mention the name of the shift, then department you are having the option, and similarly you can see here you can set out the different department, and similarly here you already here an average per day is mentioned over here. You will have the options to change that too also. And here you also have a time zone mention. And similarly, if you are also, when you scroll down, here you can see the working hour tab. So here, generally, you are having an options to add a line where you can mention the name, and day of a week can also be mentioned over here. And similarly, here in day period also, you can mention whether it is morning and afternoon, and you can specify from which hour to which hour you need that particular shift to go. So this employee shift management, we can say, as mentioned, like is a component of OpenHR module. So this module will allow the user to generate and manage employees work shift, as it is clear from the naming of the module itself. So administrator or the manager can create various shifts according to the working hours and can assign shift in employee work contract also. So this created shift, we can also have an option, means in the contracts of the employees also we will have an option to mention the different shift. So that we will see when we look into the employee module. Here you can see, like for this particular shift itself, there are certain contracts. I mean 15 contracts are already there. You can see who is working under this particular shift. Like here you can see this employee name. So we can see, like with OpenHRMS or this particular shift module, it helps to automatically assign new shift according to the shift sequence that we are providing over here. So this is how the OpenHRMS shift module works. Now let's see about the next module. So in next module, it comes the payroll module. So as we see in the payroll module, means in payroll module, the OpenHRMS functionality that is brought upon is, first of all, is this one, that is the GOSI register. So this GOSI register is, as mentioned, like it is an OpenHRMS Saudi GOSI means contribution, we can say. Like it is constructed for the organization in Saudi Arabia. So we can say this is the OpenHRMS functionality GOSI, and similarly here you will have an options to create certain contribution register, and in that contribution, like for Saudi employees and all, we can create certain contributions. Now in Saudi, like we can say, like this GOSI is like Saudi Arabia government agency who is concerned with like social insurance in the country. So to manage all those things, we have created this OpenHRMS module like GOSI register. Here you can see you will have this employee GOSI to create. So this module, as mentioned, like is an OpenHRMS module. So this module hence like the GOSI contributions from the Saudi employees and the employers in the Saudi. So basically we can say this GOSI contribution is only applicable for the Saudi citizen between 18 to 60. So while creating this employee GOSI, you can see you will have the details like the employee details, department, job position, nationality, as well as this is regarding the employee details. Then here you also have the GOSI details also, where you will have to mention like the type that is coming under the GOSI, as well as the GOSI number, as well as the issue date. So basically, in order to manage the GOSI registrations of the employee from the GOSI, that is to manage the social insurance of the country in Saudi Arabia, we have generated or created this module called as GOSI register. So and also, so with this OpenHRMS GOSI module, we can also say that it also means it also affects in the contract as well as the salary structure for the employee in GOSI contribution. So while creating the contract, there are mainly two choices available when selecting the salary structure. One for the employee of Saudi citizen and other for the overseas people. So these are the few functionality that is being brought up for this GOSI register, which is an OpenHRMS functionality. Similarly, here you can see, yeah, remaining this employee pay slips. If you see, like with Odoo, if you see, we are also having, like in community edition, we are not having a payroll module. In standard Odoo, community edition, we don't have a payroll module. But with this OpenHRMS, we also bring up certain other functionalities associated with the payroll module, like a simple method for creating payslips. So besides that, we also bring up this GOSI also. So here we can see, first of all, before going into the employee payslip, we can discuss about the different things that is said before creating an employee payslip. So the first thing is that regarding the structure. So basically, in case of payroll module, for different employees, we can have different structures. So you can create different structures from here. So this is the option where you can create different structure, where you can mention the name. If you had any parent structure, you can mention the parent structure also and reference also. And then besides the structure, you will have an options to mention the salary rules. So here you can add upon the salary rules. So for that, I will show you. So from here, you can create your different salary rules. You can create salary rules. You can mention the category. If any code, you can mention the code also. And similarly, you will have an option like different condition basis. You can also, like based on the range wise, based upon different conditions like fixed amount, percentage basis, and on, or using a Python code also, you can make up your own salary rule. And also based upon fixed price also, you can make up on your own rule. So once the rule is been set, let me show you. These are the already existing rules, like the basic one. So this is the basic certain rules that has been added. So once you create these rules, what you can do is that you can add upon these rules over here. So this is the salary structure that is already created. Let's see into that. So here what we have done is that first of all, we have created a salary structure whose name is the basic salary. Let it be like, let it we take for, yeah, marketing, it's on, yeah, basic salary. Okay, so here you can see when I add a line, it will take me to the page where we have defined our certain salary rules. So in that salary rule, you can select that salary rule. And when you select that salary rule, suppose if I take the overtime, and when I select that, that particular thing would be added on here. So in case of payroll, like in OpenHRMS payroll, the first and important thing is that you have to create different salary rule as per your organizations. Then what you have to do is that you need to add this rule to the structure correspondingly. So once the structure is created based upon the rules added, then you will have an option to create an employee pay slips. So for that, you will have the options to mention the employee name. And if already within the employee contract, if you had mentioned the structure, like in the contract of the employee, we will have the option to mention like the salary structure type you can mention, and the job positions as well as the salary structure you can mention, and salary informations can be mentioned in the contract of the employee. So once this like the salary structure is already mentioned in the employee form, so once you select that particular person, like here once you select already, if is mentioned, that structure would be already coming over here. So for this particular employee contract, the salary was not defined, that's why it is not showing over here. Then you can see you will have an option like work days and all. So basically based upon the attendance of this particular employee, here the work days of that employee would be computed over here. Then here you can see you will also have an option. Okay, so here you can see you will also have an option to compute the sheet. So, okay, let me choose some else salary structure. Okay, I think there is something issue with the insurance. Okay, let me say this without that. And now when I click on this compute sheet, and when I move to the salary computation, here you can see based upon the salary informations that we are providing inside the contract of this employee, here you can see the rules that we have added into the structure. Based upon that, the amount has been split, like the basic salary. So if the employee is from Saudi, like if it is a Saudi employee, this one would be applicable. So if you are not, then you can just uninstall this module. So once this GOSI module is uninstalled, this one will be not coming. So currently I have installed that. That's why it is showing in this also. Otherwise, it is just, it will means you can add upon your own rule, and based upon like the deduction based upon and all allowance basis and all, it will be computed. So this is how we can see, like in Odoo, a basic pay slip for an employee is generated. Then you will have an option to confirm that also, or otherwise you will also have an options to cancel the pay slip. So the concerned person, like the manager or the HR, can manage it like that. And similarly, with OpenHRMS payroll module, you will also have an options like to means payslip batches. Like you can mention a batch name, and from certain period to certain period, you can add different employees. Like you can add multiple employees payslips. So suppose here means you can generate a pay slip multiple, means for different multiple employees, you can just all together them and put it them into a single batch. So like that also you can manage this pay slip batches. So this is the certain operations or the functionalities that we are having in our OpenHRMS payroll module. Then the expense module is the same one that we are having in the default Odoo. And we also have the contact module. This is also the default one that we are having with Odoo. Now the next module is regarding the custody module. So this custody module, we can say, is one of the OpenHRMS functionality, or this one is a module that is available only in the OpenHRMS suite. So basically in the custody module, you can see, like using this module, what we can do is that we can manage, or we can keep the resources of the company. So to manage that one, we uses this option or this functionalities of the OpenHRMS, which is called as the custody module. So for that, we are having, here you can see, we have an option like to mention, create different properties of the organization, like laptop, seminar hall, or something like that. So basically using this module means the employee of an organization can request or take company properties with them. Via submitting this request, or the purpose of the property can mention and submit to the HR. So basically here you can create different property types like laptop as mentioned, and similarly you can create different properties, and here you will have an option to request. So basically an employee can request for a company resources. So the employee name can be mentioned, then to which property that he need to request from the HR can be mentioned over here, and the reason can be also mentioned, then the requested date and the return date can be mentioned over here. So that can be mentioned, and here you can mention the return date. Suppose the property is laptop, and suppose any reason, and if you mention the return date also, you can create, you can provide certain note also, and you can save this. So you will have an option to send this particular request for an approval to the HR person or the higher manager. So since I have logged in as the admin itself, I will get an options to either approve or refuse that. So suppose if you find is applicable, I will get an option to approve that. So suppose he approved that, you can see that here I will also have an option to renew that also. So renewal option is also the, suppose if I want to extend the usage of that particular property, I will have an option to renew that particular thing also. So this custody module is something that we don't have in our Odoo default modules. So this is an OpenHRMS functionality that we are having with us, using which you can manage the, we can say the ultimate solution for transparent custody of company resources. So you can use, for that purpose, you can use the OpenHRMS custody module. Now the next module of OpenHRMS is the resignation module. So in case of OpenHRMS, this employee resignation, as we know, is a component of, as mentioned, as an OpenHRMS. So this module manages the employee resignation process, where employee can fill as well as send resignation requests, that is from their portal, and the higher level officers or the manager or the HR can take appropriate actions to that. So here you can create an employee resignation where you will have like the employee department and his contract would be mentioned, and here you can mention the type also, whether it is a normal resignation or whether it is fired by the company, and correspondingly reasons can be also mentioned, and correspondingly the based upon the contract of the employee coming over here, the joining date will be predefined, and here you can mention the last date of the employee and also the approved last date of the employee, and also if you have certain notice period, that can be also mentioned. So as said, that an employee can fill as well as send resignation requests from their portal to higher officer, and once they look into the request, they can take appropriate action, and once it is confirmed, you can click like the HR manager or the higher authorities can confirm that, confirm the employee resignation. So with this one can easily create and manage as well as track the employee resignation. And moreover, we can also, here you also have, like you can from here also, you can see a kind of, means here basically you will able to list a approved resignation. So currently there is no resignation which has been approved. So to look upon into the approved resignation, it is showing over here. So the approved resignation would be listed out here. So this is another OpenHRMS functionality module. Next one, this invoicing, project and website modules, event survey modules are the default one that we are having with Odoo. So let's look on to the additional functionalities of the OpenHRMS. So there are few functionalities that is brought upon in the employee module. So the first one you can see with the employee, in the employee module, you will have an option like here you can see first one is regarding the legal action. So in order to manage like to the legal management of the organizations or to take certain legal actions against certain employees, we are having this option called as legal management. So this is an open HRMS functionality. This one we were not having in our default Odoo and all. We were not having this functionality. This one is a new functionality in case of open HRMS. So this one here you can see you can create a legal management where you can mention like you will have an options to mention the party like here reference number can mention like party name that here it specify the companies, and similarly here you will have party 2 where you have employee partners and others, and similarly here you have the employee name, the court name, judge and lawyer and all. And also you can see you will have the option there like date as well as the hearing date. So based upon that you can manage certain legal management or legal action that has been taken in your company. So for that purpose, like to manage the legal process that is happening with your companies and all organization, you can manage it with that here. So you will have this hearing date and all like this particular thing. You can mention the case details and all, and if it is in the process state, it would in the running state. So that is about the legal action. So this is also another open HRMS functionality. The next one is the insurance module. So this insurance is also an open HRMS module. So this module basically helps to track the insurance details that is allowed for employees, also efficiently manage the insurance allowance with salary. You can also manage the percentage of insurance amount that to be deducted from the salary. Like here you can see you will have an options to create the employee insurance where you are having a field to mention the employee name. Similarly, different policy coverages are there which you can mention, and different policies also like in the configuration you are having the options to create the insurance policy. You can create the policies, and that insurance policy you can also select from here. So policies is there, then you are having some insured as well as premium value to mention, and also the company. So we can say that with this particular module it helps to add employee insurance details, like means with this particular employee insurance module, like the HR manager can add this insurance payment to the pay slip also. So that one is also there, because when you install this employee insurance like open HRMS employee insurance module, automatically a corresponding salary rule will be also created. So the HR manager can add this insurance payment to the pay slips also. Then it helps to manage the installment also. It will also helps to management means installment also. Suppose if I am choosing this, I can mention certain policies also, and I have this like some insure. So basically this is the maximum value like for a year that can be paying case of like hospitality and all. Then you have the premium. This is the amount that you pay for a health insurance every month. So you can mention that premium and all, and you can activate the employee insurance. And for employee insurance also, you will have an options to create different means insurance policies that can be also created and managed. So this employee insurance is another functionalities of the open HRMS. Next one is the loan and advances. So basically loan management is also open HRMS module. This one we are not having in our default Odoo. We don't have this functionality in our standard Odoo, but with OpenHR MERS loan management module, we can manage the loans for the employee. So here you can see you will have an option to request for the loan. Sorry. Yeah. So here you can create a request for loan. So this loan management allows the user to apply for the loan with details such as the employee name as well as the loan amount, and you can also mention the number of installments over here. Similarly, the payment start date can be also mentioned. So here an employee can request for a loan and can also see the loan amount as shown based upon the installment as well as the loan amount. The installment and the other details would be coming over here based upon the installment that you are setting. So once this one is done, you will have an options to save as well as, so suppose if I mention the loan amount, then a number of installment, and I will have the options to compute the installment. So from the date of creation, you can see this installment is computed. Okay, based upon the number of days and all I have gained. So once I compute the installment and once I click on this options to submit and save, so what happens is that this loan will be cross-checked by the suitable person, and once they find it eligible, they will approve that. So here I have the options to submit. So it will move into the submitted state, and the higher authority like the HR manager or the other person with those access can just overrule the loan and they can confirm the loan. So you are also having these options also, like for creating the loan where you can see the installment based upon the time you are providing, and these are the few things. So here is the option for managing the loan management for the employee, that is loan, and inside that itself we are also having an option for advance, like salary advance. So for requesting salary advance, so basically this one is also an open HRMS functionality. We were not having this in our standard Odoo, or we don't have this in our default Odoo. This is an open HRMS functionality. So from here, so using this, like in this salary advance option, we can have, you can see, so basically here you have salary advance and approved salary advance and the salary advance that need to be approved. So basically using this module, an employee can request for a salary advance. So employee can mention their name over here, corresponding department would be coming. They can mention the reasons also, and they can also mention the particular amount that they need in advance, and here corresponding credit, debit and journal can be mentioned. Then you can see you will also have an option, so that exceed than maximum. So basically when you enable this option like exceed than maximum, so what happens is that if the advance is greater than the maximum percentage in the salary structure, so basically means in order to notify that if you are asking an advance which is greater than that your wage mentioned in your contract, to mention that. So you can, like an employee can request for an salary advance, so the user can manage that. So once it is submitted to the HR manager and find it appropriate, like the reason wise, if the manager found it appropriate, he can approve that and can provide a salary advance to that particular employee. And similarly, you will also have the state like salary advance. So here in salary advance to approve and all, you will see those requests that is not being approved. So to keep a record of all those things, we are having here these different options. Then similarly, the next options that we are having with us in OpenHRMS is regarding the disciplinary tracking. So this disciplinary tracking is another OpenHRMS module. So here you can see you will have an options to create disciplinary category also. You can create a category also, and here you can create a disciplinary action. So this module will help to track and maintain the disciplinary actions of the employee. Like the manager can, certain manager can assign disciplinary issues to the employee. They can select the employee, and the employee, like department they're joining today, and can issue certain disciplinary action, can mention the reason. So when a manager assigns a disciplinary action towards an employee, so he can send that, like here you can see, once he save and proceed this, it will move into the waiting application state. So once the employee receives this disciplinary action, the employee can give a proper explanation against that particular issue and can submit back to the manager. So according to the explanation that is provided by the employee to the manager can take the final decision. So that one would come under action validator. So using this disciplinary action module, we can manage the disciplinary tracking, like track employee discipline. As we know that tracking employees disciplinary is a major responsibility for the manager in the company. So we can manage those things using this disciplinary actions over here. So these are the another OpenHRMS functionality. Now the next functionality that we are having with OpenHRMS is regarding the checklist. So this checklist is also another functionalities that we are having only in OpenHRMS. We are not having that with Odoo. Default Odoo we are not having. So this one is like if I mention, okay. Okay, it is a kind means using this OpenHRMS checklist option means this module simplifies the process by providing you a checklist. So it will also display the percentage pie also. So as we know that for the well functioning of an HR department, you lay down a certain number of procedure before an employee during the joining as well as during the resignation time. So you can mention those checklists. So while creating itself, you can see like entry process, exit process. So for example, if I say like it may be like submission or return of certificates or attending as a conference, etc. Like a person has to undergo all this checklist item before, admitting or before he is being employed or before he resigned. So likewise, you can create certain checklists like for entry as well as the exit process, or we can say while during the onboarding as well as the offboarding process, you can create certain checklist over here. And I will show you how it is affecting in the employee. So employee, you can see, as I mentioned that it also provide a percentage bar like entry process as well as the exit process. And with the installation of that module, here you will get a checklist. So if the entry process is completed, the progress bar will show as 100%. And similarly, for the resignation or the exit path, it will show the progress bar. So similarly, we can means using this module of OpenHRMS checklist. With this, we can also manage the onboarding as well as the offboarding process. So this is yet another functionality of an OpenHRMS module. So we can also manage that also. So this one is another module related to the checklist. Now the next functionality that we are having with OpenHRMS is regarding the verification. So in OpenHRMS, we are also having an employee background verification module. This one we are not having in our default Odoo. So this employee verification is a tool, means here you can create employee verification. So all of you, means as we know that instantly we need to verify the employee's background through a verification agent. Like using this module, what we can do is that we can verify an employee's background through a verification agent. We can set an agency, like we can set an agent also to check the employee's credential. It is thereby quicker, like the decision of accepting or rejecting that employee. So here, while creating the employee verification, you can mention that employee, the corresponding address, then the expected date that the employee background verification should be done. And similarly, you can also have an option to assign it to an agent. So that can be also assigned, and the resume of this particular employee can be uploaded. So using this functionality, the background verifications of an employee can be done, and based upon the verification, we have an option to make a quicker decision for accepting or rejecting that particular employee. So these are some of the additional features that is being brought up in the employee module of OpenHRMS. So these are some additional features that we don't have in our default Odoo. So we have mentioned, means we have almost mentioned every functionalities that we are having with our OpenHRMS, that even included in the employee module. As here we have mentioned, like as a quickly narrow down insurance need, we have mentioned, like also announcement module we have mentioned. So these are some of the functional or some of the OpenHRMS modules, like the dashboard management, announcement, or like overtime request, managing the custody of the module, and similarly the payroll module of the OpenHRMS. So these are the some of the functionalities that is brought up in our OpenHRMS. These functionalities we are not having in our default Odoo. So this is all about the OpenHRMS functionalities as well as the modules that is being added over there. And so if you have any kind of queries or any kind of question, just drop your request to odoo@cybrosys.com. So thank you all for attending this section and have a nice day.